All right. Finally, we are still have to work on the code. And the Python wing, we create a new Python script and save as a sanctuary. So we have import ArcPy, and from ArcPy import environment. So let me copy this because later I'm still need it. And then ArcPy import environment, and I have environment space that it's from exercise 5. And then in feature, I will have parks.shapefile. And out feature class, then I will have a result, parks, and centroid shapefile. And if ArcPy product information is ArcInfo, we will have ArcPy feature to point management in features, out feature class. Else we will have a print and ArcInfo license is not available. So now we are going to run it and you will see nothing happens. But you will see here and result we do have this, and we will have a return exit code 0, which you will see it here. In result, if we refresh, we will have a park sanctuary here. Okay. And now I'm gonna do is back in ArcPy that we will do distance. So that a similar approach we're going to use for this one is as a distance path. And we're going to import ArcPy, and from ArcPy import environment, we put the environment workspace. And then we have my path, and if ArcPy check extension spatial equals available, and then we will have ArcPy check out extension and spatial out distance, ArcPy SA and Euclid distance, and bike routes, and cell size is 100. Out distance we will save, and then we will have ArcPy check in extension spatial, else then we will print spatial analysis license is not available. And now I'm going to save and then run. Click OK. And running script. So now return exit code 0 means we do not have any wrong messages. So now if we have ArcGIS spatial analysis license, the script runs the Euclidean distance tool and creates a new distance grid. If we do not have an GIS spatial analysis license, the script generates a custom error message. So it's a good practice to use the check-in extension function to return the license to the license manager when we finished. So the other applications can use it. However, all licenses are automatically returned to the license manager when a script is finished running. And now we're going to do the question number 1. But I do want to see the distance real quick. I'm going to refresh it, and this is bike distance. It's a raster, and just click yes. There. Euclidean distance. And now we have it. And now for exercise 1, we have to go to the following. So to get the add XY coordinates, and we will do dissolve. Look at the syntax for ArcGIS desktop, and what are the requirements? So what are the optional parameters? What are their defaults? So let's see. The first one, for add XY extension, we do have add the fields point X and point Y to the point input features and calculate their values. It also appends the point Z and point M, Z and M fields if the input features are 0 and M enabled. So now I do have syntax add X and Y management. So this is the syntax for add XY management and parameter. So parameter will be in features. In features, feature layer, and then geometry. Feature layer and geometry. So, geometry type of point. So, and then optional parameter is none. And we do not have any. Okay. And we will look at the dissolve. Okay. So now I'm going to open a new one then, so we can dissolve ArcGIS. And this is dissolve, and if we scroll down, the syntax will be dissolve management. This will be dissolve management underscore dissolve arc. Let's see, dissolve syntax. Dissolve arc in cover and out cover. Let's see, dissolve management. Optional, we have field statistics, statistic lines. Alright. Let's see, dissolve tool. Maybe it's not. Oh, this is for coverage. Dissolve tool. Okay, right here. So, now previously I had in coverage, but now this is syntax. We have dissolve management in features and out feature class, dissolve field, statistics field, and multi-part, and up split lines. And required parameters is in features, feature layer, and then we will have an out feature class. Optional parameter is dissolve field, and statistic field, statistic type, and multi-part. And optional is right here, as long as we have there. So that we found feature layer, out feature layer, and in feature layer, out feature layer, dissolve field, statistic field, and multi-part, and up split line. Those are Boolean, true or false. So value table. Okay. All right. So that's it for question 1. And then we will look at question 2. Write a script, and we're going to run the add XY feature tool on the hospital shapefile feature class. So now we have to back in here, and then I have to bring this out, and we do not need these two. Get a new window for sure, and then we have to add that. Let me paste. Perfect. That's my path. Let me save it first. Okay. And we will do import ArcPy. Import ArcPy, and from ArcPy import environment, workspace, and then we will put our path and ArcPy add XY management. And then we will do that. All right. Python window. Okay. So, let's run it in here first. So what I will do is, let's do side by side. Okay, the first one is import ArcPy from ArcPy. Hit enter. And then from ArcGIS, import environment, and then environment and workspace equals, that's my path. Perfect. And then ArcGIS dot add XY management. And then we have to add hospitals. Hospitals. Shapefile. Hospitals. All right. All right, it's running. Perfect. All right, we add XY coordinates, hospitals. So now we did it. Yay. Okay, zoom to layer. There, so now I can save my code. We know it's working and we can use Python Wing to run it again. So we have import ArcGIS, and from ArcGIS import environment and work environment workspace, and then equals Control X and then Control Y. That's the workspace. ArcGIS dot add XY management, and then we have hospitals. Hospitals shapefile, and we will save it. Exercise 5, then we will say question 2. Question 2, Q2. This time to Q2 and click save and then run. Oh, no. Okay. Let's see. Add XY. Import ArcGIS from ArcGIS import environment, environmental workspace. I do have that. And then ArcGIS add XY management. Hospitals shapefile. Let me remove this layer and import ArcGIS from ArcGIS. Let's see, I'm not that fast right now. Environment, and then environment workspace, and we do have that's the path name. ArcGIS add XY management. Hospitals shapefile. Line 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's save it and then run it again. Alright, it ran, but script returned exit no, and then let's just load it here.